awesome thing.
How far do you think you can actually throw someone, Donk?
A half elf? I've got a strength of 20.
An elf.
Well, whatever. An elf, I got a strength of 20, so I would expect... What do you weigh?
115 pounds.
115 pounds? Dave,
Florida
as a
social
Goliath,
worker,
I have
thank you very
left
much.
115-pound poops before. So I have an expectation that I would be able to hurl that
Thank you,
chick,
social worker.
like, I don't know, 3 squares straight up or at an angle.
I'll tell you what, I would allow that. I would allow you, because of the creativity, I would allow you to throw Misty up into the air and then she could Misty step.
Let me
see,
roll for it, though.
here's the thing. You know, now I'll let you do that, but Misty, remember, you have to see the space that you're going to be landing on. You're not going to be able to see what you're landing on. It's 40 feet above you, right?
Well,
Dave, I can do something about that.
What can you
Oh,
do?
we don't have a
Like,
spell we could use, but we can just climb up the wall. I mean, I could spider climb. But
Well,
I don't
I
think there's any
have,
point in
civilized.
using a spell.
Yeah,
No,
you can also
I have
shape change and
civilized.
get up there too.
Yeah, I could fly up there.
Yeah.
I have dancing lights as a cantrip, and I can move those.
If
So I can move
you
one up.
if you cast dancing lights, you've got to do that sound.
Throw you down.
Thanks again, social worker, for the follow. I appreciate it.
All
Climb,
right, so
Bill, climb.
all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start hoisting my enormous girth up the ladder. Start pulling myself up. Sweat's just pouring from my brow. My muscles are straining, or the blubber on my arm is just straining. And I look back, and I've actually stepped only 2 steps up there. Ooh, that's a long climb for Donk. So I'll try to jam since I'm kind of a mountain guy anyway, I'll find some handholds, wedge my hands in there, and just start slowly walking up the side of the wall.
Yeah, I put
Sure.
my shield up under your butt and kind of push a little.
Oh, well, don't get so close to that. Oh, excuse me. Donk, sorry. Okay, so you give me a little bit of a hoist. I think I could probably get a good foothold. And my is that spell on my maul still? I'm assuming my maul's going to have to
is.
go on my back.
For probably
so I
about
can
another
get
50
some-
minutes. Well, light lasts, what, an hour or
Okay.
something? So, yeah.
So I have the maul hooked up to my back, and I'm kind of pulling myself up. So I'm hoping that there's enough light. Although my enormous bald Goliath head would probably cast a bit of a shadow, but I'm gonna pull myself up until I get up about 40 or so feet, and once I get up there. So Dave, do you need me to roll anything?
No, I'm not going to make because,
Okay.
like I said, the surface of the fissure that you're climbing up, especially with the rope. No, now if you
Okay.
fall, of course, I'd make you do a check, but to grab onto the rope again. Now you're
So as soon as
climbing
I get up to
up.
the lip, yeah,
Yeah,
Go
sure.
ahead.
Now as you
I was
get
just
up,
going to say. Oh, I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
I did
Nope,
it
go
again.
ahead. Nope,
you
you
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
All right, I
Nope,
was going to say
you
that
go.
as soon as I get up to the lip of the lip of the crevice, I'm going to hoist myself up before I totally pull myself over, and I bend over and let the light kind of shine a bit. I want to make sure that there's no dangerous animals or creatures right there waiting to kick me in the face.
No, you just see, the only thing that you see is there are sort of like, you can see, okay, let me uncover a little bit more for you. This is about what you see. I mean, you can see that it is another natural earthen cavern, and on each side of this, this cavern, there are 2 slabs of rock, and these slabs of rock start to, looks like they start to move a little bit, and you can see dust and other pieces and chunks of rock that are falling off of these, two piles of rock that are standing there.
Like it's a cave-in, or like the rock is alive?
Sort of it's not a cave-in. Maybe something is moving inside of the rock or something.
Okay. So I think what I'm going to do then is I'm going to stay a little bit crouched down, and then I'll tug and get into a good position and kind of lock myself in, and then I'm going to tug on the rope for somebody else to come up.
Okay.
I'm going to go up second.
Okay.
I was going to say I was going to go up second. That way the rope's around him so they don't fall, but then once they get close to the top, I can be laying down on the ground and help pull them the rest of the way up.
Oh, I just want to point out, Dave, that my loincloth kind of comes down a little bit, so I got a giant plumber's crack, and I just flashed everybody as I climbed up there.
Nice.
Just as an FYI.
I'm sure you also scrape your belly on the way up, too.
It's like a 400-pound baby.
I love it.
I got poopy diaper.
All right, so as you turn around, you throw the rope back down. Growl. Well, I guess then Ilsa is starting to climb up. As Ilsa starts to climb, you kind of hear this going on behind you still, and you turn around, and you can see that both of these chunks of rock now have eyes that are looking at you. And when this happens, you can see that two arms, and they start to stand up because legs start to protrude from the sides of these piles of rocks standing there now, and they stand up, and these are actually just about as tall as you are. Not really as tall as you, but you're looking down at them a little bit. And one of them says, "What is the password? What is the phrase or password to pass?" And then, as you're standing there, they kind of clench their fist, and their arms kind of break away from the sides of them, and now it looks like they are like elementals standing there. And there are two of them, and they are right here.
The password, huh?
Yeah, they ask for the password.
Okay, so I'm going to look right at that creature's, the one that's in front of me. I'll look him right in the little beady eyes, and I'll say, me not no password, but Laura no password. Let me get Laura. And then I yell down there, "Laura! Somebody come up! We need password!" And I throw the rope back down.
All right, Ilsa's climbing
down
up
here
the
with
rope
us
still.
or up there with Donk? I'm sorry, I must have missed that.
No, they're up there with Donk. They're on, like I said,
Okay.
they're on the ledge.
Oh, okay.
Well, wait, somebody was up there, and now they're not. Ilsa
Well, yeah,
is moving up there, right?
Yeah, Ilsa's climbing up the rope when all of this is going on. Yes.
All right, so that I had thought that she was already up there. So I'll reach back and maybe pull Ilsa, grab her hand and kind of set her to the side if I'm able to do that. So she's on one.
I
She's
start
on
going
one
up
side
behind
of
them.
this, and then I'm kind of looking at Laura.
This will be
Since
alright, dog. And I start climbing up. It says, pull me up, and help me get up here.
Last chance. This is, and as your Laura is coming up, you can all hear, "Last chance. What is the password?" And this is before you're able to get up there, Laura.
Okay.
All right, I yell, "The password is die!" And then I swing my mallet.
God damn it.
All right, roll initiative. All right, so it's going to take you. You'll be up next round.
Okay.
All right. So
Do we don't stairs also duel or?
Yeah, everybody roll. Yeah.
unless you guys just want me to take these two guys out.
This is going to be a pretty tough fight. This may take a.
Yeah, but I had my
portion.
mass suggestion ready to go.
What's a mass suggestion? Go to church more? Mass suggestion. Get it? Never mind.
Uh-huh.
Everybody got their initiative roll? Wow, bad initiative rolls, huh? Alright, so Donk, as you yell, die, the rock elementals, they expect it, and the first one lashes out at you.
That's the one that I'm right in front of.
I would imagine so. This map
Okay.
is scaled so large that you can't even really see the nameplate. So I don't like that, but it's okay. All right. So the first this first creature, it is a pretty large creature. It is going to slam you. It's going to bludgeon you with one of its arms. All right, and it goes to attack. Oops. Alright, Donk, so it hits you, and it slams you for a total of 13
Shit.
bludgeoning
I forgot
damage.
to tell you that I have initiative on, or advantage on initiative, but I'll remember that next time. But go ahead, I got some bludgeoning damage. How much?
Okay, go ahead. You can go ahead and roll again. I'll just let you
All
go
right.
after the scale of there.
18 only, so...
Okay. Alright, well then we'll change it to an 18. Alright, there you go. Alright, so yeah, the Caleb Durers are ahead of you anyway, but yeah, you'll get to go after them. Alright, so the first one smashes you for a total of 18 damage, and that is it for him. Now the next one.
Wait, I'm gonna do my my ability, my Stone's ability. What's it
Okay.
called? Stone's Endurance.
Okay.
So I'll take my reaction. So he smashes right into me with his giant rock-like arm.
Sure, yeah, it's
and
like a
I
little
just-
mini
I just-
anvil.
So I just grin and I take the hit. So I'm gonna roll a d12 to regain that much health.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is that one that we don't actually put on there. Oh no, yeah, this isn't the one.
Should be there.
Here we go.
anyways.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay,
So I
very
gained
nice.
that much more.
Yeah. Now, also, he steps back. So, go ahead and give me an attack of opportunity because he is stepping back.
All right, give me a sec. Is it Caleb Dur 1?
Yes, I would imagine. Okay, you hit him. So you can go ahead and give him some damage. Alright, it takes 13 damage from your maul. 13, and it does seem like as you smash it with your maul, you connected solidly. But you don't think that this creature took the full damage that you would normally crush another foe with that hit. So it's basically resisted some of your damage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just because of the angle I'm at, though.
Yeah,
I'm
of
sure
course.
if I could do another big swing while standing up, I would
Yeah.
knock this guy into... I mean, that's what I'm thinking anyway.
Oh yeah, I think that's probably the case also.
All right, so I did my my reaction.
All right, now this next Galeb, this next Earth Elemental, it basically curls up into a ball and rolls right to you. And as it, I mean, this thing, even though there's 10, 15 feet between you, this thing just rolls like a bowling ball right towards you. And it actually, it is going to also, the spikes that are driven into the ground that is holding this bridge that is suspended from one end to the other, actually, as this boulder rolls over it, it breaks the pins and the bridge falls down into the into this fissure where everyone else is, where Rogar's at, where Growl's at, where Alor's at. And also, the unfortunate thing is, Ilsa, you're on this bridge. So, Ilsa, you're going to need to do you can do one of two things, because as this thing is rolling across these pins, you can see the wood shattering, and you can see the the pins being upheaved from the from the ground. You see the rope unwhirling, and you have time to do. I'll let you do a couple things. You can do a strength check to grab onto the bridge and hold it as it falls down to the ground, and you'll still take a little bit of damage, but not as much as you would as a free falling damage from 40 feet, because it's a d6 for every 10 feet that you're up in the air and you're falling 40 feet. Or if you'd like, you can try to grab onto the ledge as this thing rolls by and smashes into Donk, because Donk's going to need to do a dexterity saving throw also, or be knocked off of the ledge and take fall damage. So you can hold on to the ledge, or you can hold on to the bridge, and or you can try to jump across. As this bridge is starting to fall, you can try to jump onto the ledge also. So I'll let you do multiple things, Ilsa, and then Donk, you need to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Let's see here. I would probably jump. So.
Okay.
We'll
Jump to the other side. All right. Sounds good. All right. You can give me a jump, an athletics check, strength athletics. And this thing rolls over, smashes into Donk, and then stands back up as in its humanoid type of form. All right, so Ilsa, you are able to jump, so you can land here. All right, with your athletics check is good enough. You were at the ledge, pretty much on the edge of the bridge anyway, and then the bridge kind of just falls into the gorge or the fissure as you guys are in. Now, Donk, your saving throw, dexterity saving throw.
So I see this thing rolling at me, so I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of a lean and a roll up one side, but I'm not really so athletic, and I'm kind of stuck on my stomach, so I'm gonna take the full brunt of this pokeball, swinging as fast as it can.
Yeah, you do, and this thing slides right into you, and it basically knocks you off the edge off of the edge. So you're falling back. You're falling down 40 feet off.
Wait! I'm not, because I have that parachute on my back. That's the air elemental. So it knocked me back, and I'm falling. But is that parachute going to automatically deploy, or do I have to do something to deploy it?
What does it say? Does it take
let me take a look. Let's see. It's called a balloon pack, Contains the spirit of an air elemental in a compact leather balloon. While you're wearing the backpack, you can deploy it as an action and gain the levitate spell for 10 minutes, treating yourself and requiring no concentration. Alternatively, you can use a reaction to deploy the balloon when you're falling and gain the effect of Featherfall spell for yourself.
I will.
So as
I will allow you to do that for sure. Yeah.
okay, so
good.
I get knocked back, and as I'm falling backwards and my arms are flailing, I accidentally pull the ripcord, and the air elemental deploys, and
I love
I just feather fall, float to the ground, but the whole time I'm still flailing my arms backwards and screaming, even though I'm floating slowly like a feather back and forth, and I'm just screaming like it's taking me 10 minutes to fall. And I just glide gently to the ground.
I love it. I love it. Now, as this happens, Alora, you can see that Donk, flies over the ledge, and you can see a lot of dust and a lot of rubble is falling down on top of you, getting in your eyes and in your hair. So Donk misses you, and you kind of, hug the rope and get closer to the side, of the actual embankment itself, and then Donk goes by you very slowly.
I just shake my head. I just shake my head like, God damn it.
All right, so now the bad thing is Ilsa's up here with these two massive earth elementals, or whatever they are called, Galebdurs, which you guys don't know that they're
Wrong
called
password, I guess.
Galebdurs, but yeah, definitely the wrong password, yeah, for sure. And the bridge slams down into the ground. Donk falls. Alora's still she's still on the rope, holding herself up, and then Rogar and Growl, you're on the ground. So, all right, that's for the second Galebdur. It rolls. That's basically considered its attack. Stands up, faces you, Ilsa. The other one faces you, and let's go to Donk. Now, how far do you fall with Featherfall on?
I guess I would fall clear
They're
until
all level 13.
I hit the ground.
Yeah,
So that's the
60
full
feet per
level.
second.
With it 60 feet per second?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
pretty quick, but not enough to harm you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're able to get down on the ground. Now, as this is going on, you can start to hear all of these clicking sounds really starting to get loud. And you can also, to the east, you can also see a lot of rubble that is actually hitting the ground. And from the edges of the fissure, you can start to see several creatures with these long arms that have these hooks on them. Basically, they're starting to crawl out of the side of the rock. Remember how I was saying, Growl, how there was all kinds of this guano or shit basically lining the walls? Now, with all of this noise, now these creatures with these massive bony arms with hooks on them are climbing down. There's several of them. There's 3 of them that you can see that are climbing down. And I'll uncover these guys. Whoops. All right. Now these things are starting to climb down the walls, and they are pretty large creatures too. These things are pretty big. And these things look pretty hideous. Let me show you what these things look like. All right. This is what those creatures look like. Now,
Oh man, yeah.
yeah. Now, as for the elementals, these are what the elementals look like. I think there's a image. Yes, there is. And they basically look like a sort of like a rock elemental, but more humanoidish. You know,
They're
they have
super
a head.
cute,
Yeah, they
Dave.
are. They're cute.
I'm going to enable taming to try to capture one as my pet.
All right, so now you've got these creatures coming, and now that you actually remember seeing these on a few occasions, Growl. The Amazing Shoe, great name. Thanks for the follow. All right, yeah, they are called a hook whore, and they are definitely a cave dweller, underdark creature of that type of stature. All right, so Donk, what are you doing? You land on the ground very softly. Boom.
All right, so I'm gonna lean up.
Do you try to land on your feet, or do you land on your back? Because you said you were.
Yeah, I'm just gonna land on my back, screaming the whole time, kicking
Okay.
my feet, and so I'll with my so since it's my turn, so half my movement I'll stand up, and then I'll face those hook whores. I see them over there,
Mm-hmm.
falling somewhere around this way. I'm sorry, Dave. I wasn't push to talk. I was too
Oh, no
excited.
problem. And then you
using
can
my
also
arms.
move over the bridge with no type of hindrance on movement, because
Okay.
it is just flat wooden plank, so there's really nothing impairing your movement.
Okay. So I'm gonna just stand my ground here. I'm gonna have my maul out, and then I'm going to get ready. If one of these hook whores comes within my zone, I want to attack him with my reaction.
Okay.
So that's what
okay.
that's what I'll do for my turn. I want to allow somebody else to get up there and dispatch these other creatures.
All right. No bonus action, nothing like that.
Well, I forgot to say a bonus action, but now that you've reminded me,
Hinted.
yeah, I could probably do a bonus action.
Rage.
Yeah, I could probably start raging, but all right, that's what I'll do. Dave, you're the best.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna start raging, Dave. Sounds like these guys need a little bit of rage.
Thanks for playing.
Thanks for playing. All right, so let's go ahead and pass it to the hook whores. Let's get these hook whores going. All right, so the first hook whore, you've got an action held. Like I said, these things are pretty large creatures. They're large
Yeah, but
monstrosities.
Yeah, so
Go
don't
ahead.
forget I have a thing. It's called Powerful Build, and I count as one size larger when determining my. Oh, that's just for what I can carry and push. Never mind. As it was. As you
Carry
were.
on. Right on.
Carry on, sir.
All right, so this hook whore finishes climbing down, so it's going to be basically half its movement. And then the hook whore is definitely looking to engage all of you. And not only this whore, but the other two as well. So they finished climbing down, and it looks like they are moving in. All right. Next, let's go to. Let's see, who's up next?
Me.
Yeah,
Grow.
there we go. Growl, you're up.
So much has happened, and I'm still just standing here looking.
You are.
Does my character know anything about these hook horrors? I mean, are they magical? Can they fly? Anything
They're a
like that?
monstrosity. You know that they can't fly. They're pretty tough though. You know that they basically attack you with their hook. They have hands, but they have these huge bony hooks hanging off them. That's what they attack you with. But you know that they see really well in the dark, and that's about it. But as
Right.
for anything else, you don't know if they're because you've really never really encountered these before, so you don't know if they're susceptible to any kind of attack or anything like that.
Well, I'm concerned that we have rock monsters up top and now hook horrors down here at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Stuck in the middle again.
I do something that I probably